What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday night's Game of Thrones Season 3, Episode number 5 review. And this was a good one. A lot of nudity for you nudity fans out there, if you like guys.
Shadow.
So that's why Tyler's probably not here. But let's say hi to everybody. But of course, we always got the incomparable Joker voice.
Hello. Welcome, folks. And Wookie, this is partly my show. You're stalking me. I did not follow you here.
Yeah, I know. I bet Joker followed me here. I saw that. And of course, the kid who is always on time is Shadow.
Hello. Welcome.
And of course, we're going to say hi to the chat. Samuel says, watch Velocipaster, motherfucker. I was... Okay, I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but yeah, so anyway, but yeah, Wookie Be Bad said, I bet Joker followed me here. Outburst Nerd says, Scalies unite. Well, that's definitely not Shadow. You don't like them Scalies.
Burn them alive.
Wow. Bring on the dragon boobs. We do get to see some boobs, covered and uncovered.
Just not dragon boobs.
No dragon boobs. She updated her contract. After season 1 and 2. Outpost Nerd says, oh, wait a second. So, what we are looking at is, of course, this is episode number 5, which is called, I can't think of it off the top of my damn head, but I can look.
Kiss by Fire.
Yeah, Kiss by Fire. Thank you. Yeah, I just like scrolled down to look because I'm fucking retarded. And so we start out very early on after the events of the last episode.
Which were glorious.
Yes. And we come upon
the trial by combat.
Yes.
This is such a good fight. This is a really damn good fight.
So we get Clegane and Beric Dondarrion. Both are accomplished fighters, not in the way that Clegane is. Clegane is a hired blunt object, along with his big brother. Yes, there's someone larger than Clegane.
Quite larger. Quite larger.
But Beric now has a little secret that we're going to find out very soon.
Yes,
he's a paladin.
Yes, he does. And of course,
Thoros of Mir. And here we go. Clegane's like, what the fuck? Clegane does not like fire.
No, he doesn't.
Now, I'm just going to say the lighting in this scene, and with the eye patch and the shadows and the flame, gives us some really cool looks. I'm just saying.
It is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Because Shadow likes men who play with their swords.
No, I like violence. Kind of mythical on though.
I had forgot that I watched this episode so early that I actually thought this fight for some reason was part of the last episode we reviewed, but no, it's part of this episode.
Yeah, they set it up in the last episode, blue balls to everyone, and then the beginning of this episode is amazing.
Yeah, no, it is.
Fucking Christ.
Is that not a good term?
They left the cliffhanger.
Huh.
Now it goes without saying, and I'm going to take it off screen real quick because as I found out yesterday with our Star Trek Picard season 3 review, we got clipped on a paused moment. We were paused and got clipped. So yeah. So I'm just gonna take it off real quick. But what happens is that yes. This is probably the pinnacle moment right here. Oops.
Now, Clegane went through his sword and basically cleaved off his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I think is like I don't know if this was intentional, but a really cool detail and kind of alludes to why this isn't Lightbringer is the fire weakened Dundarian's sword. It like made it more malleable. So when you got someone really, really freaking strong like the Hound, that's why he was able to cleave through. Not because the Hound can just break a sword, but because the fire weakened it. Kind of a sort of alluding to that, no, this isn't the princess that's promised. This is just a paladin. At least that's how I interpreted this scene.
All I heard was woo!
My roommates.
Is there sports on tonight? Am I missing a sports game? No.
No. There's booze being poured.
Are they playing Monopoly?
Shut up, Shadow. I am not in the mood.
He will.
But not today.
But not today.
That shit is fucking wild.
Yeah.
The Lord of Light.
Oh yeah, there are boobs. Okay, that's right. I remember it's.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tormund Giantsbane.
Yeah, not really. I'm not saying boobs are boobs, but she's a little too skinny in this. I guess if it's a character, why am I complaining? Shut the fuck
like what? Why are you expecting her to look like a modern American? When
well, I guess because Jon Snow married her in real life.
Whoa.
That's true.
How do you know? There are 4 to a patrol. 2 builders to check for structural damage, 2 rangers to watch for enemies. How often do
Okay,
those
so
go out?
so Tormund is Tormund's asking Jon what can they expect at Castle Black.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another the wildling there, Warg, who doesn't quite believe him. Maybe it's because he's a little jealous because a certain wildling lass has taken a liking to Mr. Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It varies. If I knew where on the wall we were heading, I could tell you. You'd like to know that. There are 19 castles guarding the wall. How many are manned? 3. You sure
I'm
of
not
that?
saying not that many.
Which
Yeah.
3?
Black, Eastwatch by the Bay.
Castle Black. Aye, Castle Black. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows Castle Black.
Which others?
Eastwatch by the Sea, sorry.
Eastwatch by the Sea and the Shadow Tower. How many men remain in Castle Black? 1,000. Liar.
1,000.
What happens to your eagle after I kill you? Does he drift away like a kite with his strings cut? Or does he just flop dead to the ground?
He's no crow.
Just because you want him inside you, don't make him one of us.
I'm not afraid of you.
I like you, boy.
I like you, boy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you lie to me, I'll pull your guts
I'll
out
follow through your throat. And this is someone who would do it.
Yes, he would. Samuel says there are 19 castles and your princess is in another one. Yeah, fucking Mario.
Also, again, another good so this wasn't like, oh, we actually need this information because they've got wargs. You know, get some birds, fly around, check the castles, whichever one actually has men in it. This is okay. We know which castles are manned. We're just trying to see if you're going to bullshit us or not.
Yes, yeah, they're not stupid.
Cut your throat. Who vouched for you with months? Well, it seems you owe me a debt.
Give it back!
Well, I stole it. It's mine. You want it?
Give me
my sword.
She really, because that's the metaphor there that she wants to play with his sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How would
Yeah.
you know, Shadow?
7 hells! Egret!
Because I've seen this scene before.
Uh-huh.
Is all right?
He's like, I've seen it.
You still a crow?
Just kidding. Give me our time.
Time you proved yourself.
Yeah, can't watch this part.
You swore some vows. I want
Boobies.
to break 'em.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
want you to
Mom
break your
Susan.
vows.
I
I want you to
see
break your vows. all your vows. I
All
want
of
you
me.
to see me, all of me.
She's literally ass naked right now.
Yes. And then we find out that John has a skill.
Yeah, I know.
Where Podrick is gifted in one way, John apparently is gifted in another way.
Yeah, you can actually slightly show.
Jon Snow
This
has
party.
talent. Podrick's got natural skill.
Shut up, Shadow.
Okay, so he's going down. I don't think we need
No.
the noise. I don't think we do.
But she's enjoying herself immensely.
Yes, she has. Samuel says if one of those castles houses Elzimir, y'all are dead. Elimer, sorry.
No one else. Only you.
Only you.
You were amazing.
I was a man of the Night's Watch. How about you? You were made.
What do you think?
Who was he?
Just a boy. He came trading with his brothers.
He was hung like
Redbeard
he was
hair,
hung like a mammoth. All right, I get the picture. Okay.
That's the second guy.
Thanks. I think I've heard enough.
Blah, lovely.
Cool
talking.
frog.
Howdy, Cool Frog.
Cool Frog.
Welcome.
Hello to Cool Frog. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, okay. So they're in the natural jacuzzi. Blah blah. All right, there you go.
Hot springs are fun, except they smell.
Yeah.
Smell like sulfur.
They smell like sulfur. There's a reason for
Because
that.
there's four of
I'll
those.
shove those arrows out your arse.
You can't let him go. He's a murderer. He's guilty.
Not in the eyes of God.
You can't.
Enough! The judgment isn't ours to make. Go in peace, Sandor Clegane. The Lord of Light isn't done with you yet.
We're at
Harry Hall.
we're at we're at Harrod Hall. Fun.
Yes,
Jamie's in bad shape.
he's in really bad shape.
I give you the Kingslayer. Pick him up, love. You've lost a hand.
No, my lord. He has it here.
Take this away.
Send it to his father.
You'll hold your tongue unless you want to lose it.
So as of now, so in this sense, you got the Boltons here, where Lord Bolton seems reasonably fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Considering
What
he's
comes
surra-
later?
Yeah, what comes later? Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's not it. There you go.
Apologies, my lady. You're under my protection now.
Thank you, my lord.
Find suitable rooms for our guests. We'll speak later.
Lord Bolton.
That's that word from the capital.
So then we get the news of the bitch Stannis losing and everyone's alive and well. That is Tywin Lannister prevailed in sending the bitch.
You're
Stannis.
doing that so on purpose.
Yeah, I am. Because it's a bitch.
That's okay. Shadow did a good job. Not responding.
One thing about
I said you did a good job of not responding.
no,
but you
about
gotta-
Bolton.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't seem to like. I mean, yeah, he's a Bolton. He likes physical torture, but notice he's psychologically messing with Jamie. And
Yes.
if you think about,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
some of his,
Yeah,
if,
he's
if you think about
he's-
some of the other
he's-
stuff, like we learn about what he does to people. I think he's possibly graduated out of physically hurting people and preferring to hurt them down to their soul
like-
and emotion.
well,
Like
he's
this bastard.
well, he's toying with him because he's
right.
leading up and then he's like, "Oh, and your dad won."
Yeah,
It's like,
perfectly fine.
"Oh, you dick."
Your kids are
And
fine.
then
How can I put this?
and then he gets sent to probably the one person you don't want to be sent to.
He's alive and well.
Catelyn Tully?
Your father's forces.
No, Kyburn.
Oh. I prefer him
Jamie
over
as
her.
well.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Dick into Guy Burger.
Okay, now in this scene, as we've seen from previous stuff, Jamie, yes, is known as a great great swordsman, a great combatant, but he's a pretty boy, so people think he might be a little soft. Oh no, Jamie is hardened. Jamie is like, oh no. I don't want anything to desensitize me. I don't want any pain pills. And Kyber's like, it's gonna hurt. Then I'll scream. It's gonna really hurt. Then I'll scream a lot.
Yeah. And I just wanted to show that because his fucking nub is fucked up looking. Fucked up.
Yeah. It's there's like gangrene set in. There's
The safest course would be to take
and instead of just chopping off the entire limb, no, we're gonna go right to where we're gonna basically just pull out all the crap.
Yeah. And he says, "You're no maester." Yeah, no, he's no maester. Didn't he was kicked out for certain ideas, if we find out later, correct?
From certain experiments.
Yeah, he alludes to it, right? Yeah, he alludes to it in this scene.
Yeah.
The Citadel stripped me of
Angela type stuff.
I found some of my experiments.
That's too bold.
I can leave your upper arm, make the cuts at your elbow.
I don't need my right hand to kill you.
I can take away the rotting flesh and try and burn out the corruption with boiling wine. With any luck, right? You'll need milk of the poppy.
Hot alcohol. Hot alcohol.
Which is not only gonna, it's gonna fucking burn like a motherfucker.
Loudly.
I'll take your word for that.
Oh. I mean, okay. So have you ever poured a rubbing alcohol on something, Shadow?
Had something what taken out? You cut out for me.
Have you ever poured rubbing alcohol on anything?
Actually, yeah.
Okay, so that burns. Imagine that hot.
Boiling. It's going to scald your skin.
Okay, I've got a good idea of what that would feel like then.
Okay. And for some reason, Kyburn seems to have a look like, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give a little bit of a pause here. So now we have the Queen Regent, and we have Lord Baelish, who is always and forever the snake. Maybe Weasel. I think a snake is too bold for him.
A rat.
Yeah, rat.
Hey, that's in. Oh wait, no, it's Grey Worm, not Black Rat. Never mind.
Yeah, no, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
I wonder if I might ask you for a favor.
Close.
Court your grace.
I have reason to believe that House Tyrell do not hold the crown's best interests.
Shares these suspicions with Lord Tywin.
My father's a practical man. He appreciates facts.
Oh, sorry.
So so Cersei is saying, I got a gut feeling the Tyrells are undermining us. And Peter's like, well, did you tell your dad? My dad needs proof. It's not enough for me just to say, Daddy.
Yeah, she's
Marjorie was mean to me.
So basically, get me the proof that I need.
What, Shadow?
I was just saying. I was joking. Like, Marjorie's being mean to me, Dad. I want you to punish her.
Well, kind of. Yeah, that's kind of what it's like. It's like a spoiled child.
I often find them
yeah.
And he appreciates those who aid his family, as you well know. He's almost as generous to those who help us as he is unpleasant towards those who don't. You have a good working relationship with the Tyrell.
That's a nice hint
I
there.
think you might look into it before you.
Hint.
And your best will prove better than when I asked you to locate Arya Stark.
I assure you that it will.
Yeah, remember that? Don't screw this up now.
Was in the same room as her too.
We're not in a tavern. No need to speak. Are there any figs? Fetch some.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's a good fucking scene.
Thank you for seeing me, my lady. I had hoped we might discuss a few financial matters.
I climbed all those steps to discuss financial matters.
It's the royal wedding.
I climbed all those steps.
I told you how to have
Okay, so by the end of this scene, by the end of this scene, Tyrion does not know what hit him. He was hit by a tornado because when she knows she has the upper hand, oh, she is a force of nature. She is. Oh, and I love every second of it, and I am here for it.
Well, I'm sorry, he is not as skilled at this kind of stuff as she is.
As this job.
Yeah,
at this job.
Yeah, at this job. So he's fumbling in the dark.
He's also stressed out as hell.
Well,
She's just enjoying retirement.
He tries to play the card of, well, we're at war, so we can't really, surely with supply lines and all this other stuff, this is a big expense for us, and you should help it and pitch in. And then she just fires back with, I gave you this, we 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 gave you this.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Hey!
Welcome.
Love it ever after. Seasoned as she is. Yes, she is extremely seasoned. Good to see Love It in the chat. We love Love It.
So then Tyrion's like, oh, damn. So here it comes. Here it comes.
Survive the winter. 1 million bushels of wheat, 500,000 bushels each of barley, oats, and rye. 20,000 head of cattle, 50,000 sheep. You don't have to lecture me about wartime expenses. I'm quite familiar with them.
And we are so grateful for your contributions, which are necessary for the preservation of the realm.
As is a royal wedding. The people are hungry for more than just food. They crave distractions. And if we don't provide them, they'll crave
bread and circuses.
And their distractions are likely to end with
Logical Spock. What's up, buddy?
A royal wedding is much safer, wouldn't you say?
I would.
Paid for by the royal family. I was told you were drunk, impertinent, and thoroughly debauched. You can imagine my disappointment at finding nothing but a browbeaten bookkeeper.
Damn!
Where do you go?
Oh, crap!
It's kind of like you just want to want to slink away with your ass in both hands.
Just take Tyrion. Just take the L on this one.
Yeah,
and he does.
Yes, he does.
My lady.
Oh, very well. I won't have it said the House Tyrell refuses to play its part. We'll pay for half the expenses, and the celebrations will go on as planned. Is that sufficient?
Quite sufficient. Thank you.
Very good then.
Good.
That's
Thank you.
Good day.
I know. I got to show this. He stands up. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much." Like he's like,
and then he is just like, "What the hell just happened?"
Yeah, he's like, "What the fuck just happened to me?"
I just got. He is literally like, "Did I just get steamrolled?"
It's like fuck it. It's like watching old NBA basketball. Boom shakalaka. You're just like, the fuck, man.
What are you doing?
Oh, this is so cute.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to stay on Smith for the
Arya lets her intentions known that she's got she wants that Gendry D.
I don't think she realizes it yet. I think it's
come on.
How old would she technically be here?
I think she's like 14, maybe 15.
You sure?
I think it's like that might be what she wants, but it's more of like he's my friend is where it would be in her head because she doesn't understand.
She said, "Did you look at her face and listen to her tone?"
Yes, that's how I interpreted it.
Well,
we're gonna listen to it right now. So
You lost your mind. When the Lannisters find this place, you think they'll spare the Smiths? They'll cave your head in with your own hammer.
The Lannisters wanted to kill me long before I joined the Brotherhood.
You don't have to do this.
I want to. They need good men.
Rob needs good men too. We're leaving tomorrow.
You are true.
What?
Later on, yes.
I've served men my entire life. I served Master Mott at King's Landing, and he sold me to the Watch. I served Lord Tywin at Harrenhal, wondering every day if I'd get tortured or killed. I'm done serving.
You just said you were serving Lord Beric.
He may be their leader, but they chose him.
They're a brotherhood.
Men are brothers. They're a family.
Thanks, Spock.
I've never had a family.
Gotta do number 2. Thanks, buddy, for sharing.
I can be your family.
Oh yeah, she wants that D. She wants that D.
It'd be my lady.
I can see where you think that. I disagree.
Well, you're wrong.
I mean,
I'm wrong about a lot of things, so this doesn't really
just get used to it. It's fine.
Have any? Yeah, I know.
Oh man, this part. What in the hell?
Oh no. Oh yeah. Okay, so Mr. I love violence. Explain Lord Karstark's mindset here.
His sons died for Rob's war, and and the war seems to be going bad. The North is being reaved and despoiled. The South is rallying together to push the Northmen back. Karstark has basically lost everything for Robb, and what does Robb do? Robb lets the man who killed his sons get away.
No.
Rather, Robb's mother lets the man who killed his kids get away, and then proceeds to not punish his mom for letting them get away. So it's a mix of Karstark's like, I want blood, and Robb's not going to do anything. He needs me, and even if he didn't, he's soft. So I'm going to go kill those kids.
He does think he's soft. That is correct. That is very correct.
Who
thinks he's
wouldn't
very
think Robb's
soft.
Yeah, Robb is very soft. He's got too much. He's got too much of the veil in him.
I won't go. I won't go.
I wouldn't go that far.
Compared to past Kings of Winter, he's soft.
Got a lot of his father in him. He's got a lot of his father in him, which is not
soft. Too much honor, not enough
it's honor.
Is this a rescue?
I didn't do anything. I'm just a small kid.
But I can't fault Robb's logic. These were boys, unarmed boys.
Bring them in.
They were kids, prisoners of war too.
Babies, fucking babies, man. You're talking about like what, 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds.
One was like
10, 11.
7, 10. Yeah, like
the
kid couldn't even pick up a sword. Probably.
Yeah, the kid thought it was a rescue. Is this a rescue? Like some
no. I mean,
Spock, like you poo that fast?
Wow, that's quick.
Look, it depends on the point of view of it depends on the kid's point of view.
I mean, it's a good point, but no, what happened was fucked up,
horrific.
Okay, so now in this chamber here, you got Catelyn, Lady, the Queen Talisa, Queen of the North. You got Edmure Tully, Edmure Tully, and you got the Blackfish.
Yes.
Brendan Blackfish.
It took 5 of you to murder 2 unarmed squires.
Not murder, Your Grace. Vengeance.
Vengeance. Those boys didn't kill your sons. I saw Harry and die on the battlefield, and Torrent
was strangled by the Kingslayer. They were his kids.
They were boys! Look at them.
Oh boy.
Your mother to look at them. She killed them as much as I.
My mother had nothing to do with this. This was your treason.
It's treason to free your enemies. In war, you kill your enemies. Did your father not teach you that, boy?
Leave him.
Yeah. So the Blackfish is like, okay, I've heard enough.
Yeah. No bullshit.
Well, because that's his Catelyn's his cousin or sister.
Niece. Cat was his niece.
Niece, yeah, that's right.
So you're talking about the man who married my niece. Boy, you need to pipe down there, Sparky.
Yeah.
No,
leave me to the king.
Born to his niece. That's his great nephew.
Look, okay.
Golden.
So
what he says.
Now, Shadow, briefly, why is it not a good idea to cross the Blackfish?
Because he is basically the Riverlands version of the Hound. Or Brienne of Tarth. He basically takes no bullshit. He's he's an accomplished warrior. He cuts through the red tape, just gets shit done because it needs to get done.
And he's basically a blunt object.
Yeah, exactly.
In human form.
Yeah.
Me free. That's how he deals with treason. Our king in the north. What should I call him? The king who lost the north.
Okay, so
escort Lord Karstark to the dungeon. Hang the rest.
Hang the rest.
I didn't kill anyone.
I just watched.
I know, right? I didn't do it. I just stood by.
This one was only the watcher. Hang him last so he can watch the others die.
Please, no, they made me do it.
Yeah. Nobody made you do shit. Just for the record, you can say, no.
I don't want to kill kids. But see, like, this is what Lord Karstark said, like his general tone. It's very clear that the Northmen are not really respecting Robb as much because he's not acting like a Northman. He has a Southern mom, and his father is basically a Southern lord because of how he was raised in the Vale. A very different view to the not honor, more respect of the North. A very more barbarous and savage people compared to the South. So all this wishy-washy talks of mercy and respect. Yeah, fuck that noise. Like, we don't believe in that stuff, but you're our boss, so we'll listen until it comes to this bad point.
As I was saying, so as I've said numerous times, everything south of the neck in this world is like London, and Dorne is like Spain. But you go to the north, that's Scotland. You go past the wall, that's Ireland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good representation.
I'm not fighting for justice if I don't serve justice to murderers in my ranks, no matter how highborn. He has to die.
Karstarks are Northmen. They won't forgive the killing of their lord.
Your mother's right. If you do this, the Karstarks will abandon you.
You tended to their wounds. You brought them supper. Now they're dead.
Now,
And more boys.
this is the one time when Catelyn is actually right, because Catelyn does understand men of the North.
Mm-hmm.
Where she is like, no, this is a bad idea. Bad idea. Because I'm assuming the Karstarks are the biggest house that has rallied to Robb's side.
Yes, I think
maybe
so,
not
yeah.
Maybe not the biggest. Because like the Umbers are also fair. Like, they're about the same size as some other ones, but because they are like a cousin branch of the Starks, I can see them having brought more troops than everyone else because they are related. Not necessarily they have more resources, but they could provided more.
They do address this later on, and it'll, trust me, you'll see.
Yeah, no, it's half their
Until this war
forces.
is over, you need Karstark men to end it.
Spare his life. Keep him as a hostage.
Hostage.
Tell the Karstarks as long as they remain loyal.
He's like, and I kind of see where Robb's coming from. He's like, hold up, that motherfucker like just chastised me for fucking taking them hostage, and you want me to take that fucker hostage? Like, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this.
You will not be harmed.
Okay, so the question here is, what sends a greater the message? Do I keep Lord Karstark and be like, you know what, you can badmouth me, you can insult me in front of my family, and really nothing's gonna happen to you, or if you commit a crime and you still talk shit to me, you're gonna die. What sends the more impactful message to my men abroad?
The latter.
Yeah, the latter.
It's the latter. And as Lovett said, killing those boys was a grave mistake. Yes.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
You killed 2 prisoners of war. They were fucking children, literally fucking children. And then, of course, you want to talk shit, and you killed them in their bed. Like,
but
yeah,
on the flip side, he needs the Karstarks. So as we see later,
conundrum.
Yeah,
it is
what
a conundrum.
He should have done is gone for a middle ground.
What's up, R2?
R2.
I think you guys have held that teenager at the bottom of the screams hostage. He keeps blinking like he's trying to see details.
No, my eyes just been bothering me all day. I didn't realize I was blinking that much. Apologies.
He's on that Adderall, so he gets his schoolwork done in time. He's like, I'm fine, guys. I don't need to sleep. What are you talking
about? Adderall with a Red Bull chaser.
Howdy, Grimm's Bar.
What up, Grimm's Bar?
What up,
boy? Kumas.
I actually hate Red Bull. It tastes disgusting. Don't let Kat hear that came from me. I'll have to deal with it.
Too late. She already heard it.
Yep. It's clip.
Yeah, probably.
R2. Third time this week. Third time this damn week.
The blood of the first men flows through my veins as much as
Blood
yours.
through my veins.
I fought the Mad King for your father. I fought Joffrey for you. We are kin. Stark and Karstark.
That didn't stop you from betraying me, and it won't save you now.
I don't want it to say.
Samuel.
Wow. You can't see the Taliban holy shadow because they're behind his camp. Yeah. That's funny.
Hold you to the end of your days.
Kneel, my lord.
Come on, get it over with. Oh, he even leaning things out a little bit like, come on, let's go.
Here in sight of gods and men, I sentence you to die. Would you speak a final word?
Kill me and be cursed. You are no king of mine.
That's a good sword. There's a clean cut there.
Well, I have a feeling he's a little bit, a little less of a putz than, let's say, Theon is.
No, that wasn't ice. Was that ice?
That was not ice.
Okay.
Ice.
He also used a greatsword, right?
What?
He also used a greatsword in that shot, right? Like a bigger weapon than Theon, because Theon just used like an arming sword.
It's his sword.
Yeah. So longsword.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are back with the Brotherhood.
Oh, Toros of me. He's like, you're gonna sell me. I'm a hostage.
Rin?
No, don't think of it. Don't think of it like that. But I am that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like that. But don't think of it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen.
What is and isn't.
Eric admired your father a great deal, you know. He wanted to refuse your ransom altogether.
So why don't you?
We need the gold.
Because we gotta eat. I'm just saying. Do I frighten you, child? And the Barrack does love to talk. He really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're angry with me, and I don't blame you. But letting him go was the right thing. I have more reason than most to want him hanged.
I thought he killed you.
He did.
He did.
But how?
Toros? How many times have you brought me back?
I'm just
It's the Lord of Light brings you back. I'm just a lucky drunk who says the words.
How many times?
5, I think. No, this makes 6. 6. It was the first time. The mountain. Sure. Lance. Right through the chest.
Oh, yeah.
Then?
This is like the scene. This is now. What would have been better is if they had someone like, "Oh, really? Well, check out this one," and have that scene from Jaws where they're talking about battle scars going back and forth.
Yeah. Lovis says the Brotherhood does better at treating hostages. That is saying something. Yeah. R2 says, if I didn't know what you were watching, I actually would have guessed you were reviewing Downtown Happy.
Well, love it. The reason is because the Brotherhood is it's your butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers. It's your common men, whereas everyone else you follow.
Did you just quote a nursery rhyme?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Possibly.
did.
That's
Yeah,
just
you
the
did.
term it's a term I've heard to describe members of militia.
Well, you're cool quoted a nursery.
Then I'm quoting a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
And that accent, sorry.
When the
So
Lannisters
cute.
caught me and executed me. Was it a hanging or a dagger in the eye?
Both. Fucking couldn't decide.
R2.
Yeah, made 6.
Second time I've been killed by a brigade.
You think you'd learn? It's not getting any easier, you know.
I know. Every time I come back,
I'm a little
a bit
less.
less. Pieces of you get chipped away.
Could you bring back a man without a head? Not 6 times. Just once.
I don't think it
I don't
works
think
that
it
way,
works that way, child.
He was a good man. Let's talk. He's at rest now. Somewhere. I would never wish my life upon him.
I would. You're alive.
I actually do feel bad for Arya. Like, you know, and that's a really good moment. I would very much agree with that.
It's an amazing moment.
Quince Mono is the greatest history film. Fucking bite me. I don't think anybody's disagreeing. I don't know.
Oh, this one. Oh,
yeah.
So I'm gonna go take my smoke break, and Shadow can simple over this bitch.
Yeah,
This
go ahead.
woman's That shit crazy. She is batshit crazy.
That's it. That's all you gotta say. Is batshit crazy
about the woman? Yeah, she is. I mean,
all right.
I understand why she's batshit crazy. Like, I mean, we could let the scene play, but like those jars in the back of the room that we'll see later in the scene.
I will show those. Yeah,
very good explanation to explain why she's crazy. So, she is. I don't remember her first name. Celeste, I think. Is that right? Celeste.
I not off the top of my head. We'll let it play out a little bit and see if this is Stannis' wife, though.
Yeah, it's Stannis' wife. She is something Redwind. And if I remember right, the Redwinds are actually one of the other Westerosi houses that are known for their navy.
Okay.
So I think that move was made to, like, he's the royal admiral, get the Redwinds. That way they have like a Western fleet and an Eastern fleet.
Lady, I'd come sooner. The battle.
I know of your troubles, my king. Lady Melisandre told me everything.
Grim.
Yes, of course.
You mustn't despair. Your claim is true. You will be victorious.
I believe that once.
You are the one God's champion. And the finest man I've ever known.
Selyse.
Yeah, Selyse.
Ah, see ya, R2. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Have a great show. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, if she's not crazy, run. That's a dude. That's a dude. Well,
or her Adderall payments are insane.
In today's world, yeah, it's a dude is more common than it should be.
Yeah.
I've sinned.
No.
I've wronged you. I have shamed you.
You're doing God's work.
You understand? The Red Woman. The Lady Melisandre.
I know, Stannis. The Lady Melisandre has told me everything. No act done in service of the Lord of Light can ever be a sin. When she told me, I wept with joy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can, when we get on the jars, we'll be able to understand.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, right here. Yep.
Yeah. Those are Stannis's 3 kids that they were, I don't remember if they were like born dead or if they like lived for a bit and died, but like her role as a wife is to give her husband sons. She failed.
I think she births stillborns.
Yeah, that's what the term I was looking for. She gave birth to stillborns. And then the 4th kid, the one that came out and lived, was cursed. Horribly cursed.
Yes. The only one to survive is a daughter.
Right. But one thing about Stannis that is one of the big reasons I respect him is he could have pulled some bullshit to politically get to get rid of her, be like, hey, she's infertile. I need a wife who can actually give me sons in order to continue the brand. He didn't. He stuck by her because he came to her as like, hey, I broke my oath to you. And yeah, she's batshit crazy and was like, no, it's fine, dude. We can do it. But he cares about oaths and laws and rules a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, this is a very trying and stressful time for him. But once that shit gets off his back, he goes back to sticking to them. Kind of. Until Dumb and Dumber have to write the show entirely, and then they ruin
Well,
him.
we didn't even know he was married initially, to be honest. Because they don't allude to it when he actually is unfaithful with the Red Woman. Lovett says, what was his curse? Should have been his blessing. Yes.
I mean, he does still have a blessing, and one of the best scenes one of my favorite scenes in the show, it comes later when he's talking to his daughter and expressing how much he spent and sacrificed, not to have a son, but to just save the daughter he had. It's a really, 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 really good scene later on. Also, before you play this scene, the song she's singing is a reference to a character from the books, which was a jester, Patchface. He was meant to be a gift from Stannis' parents to Robert and Stannis and Renly as he was basically a slave boy they found in Essos who was singing, and he was the only survivor of the storm that killed Stannis' parents. and basically he was like the one companion Shireen had due to the facial things we're about to see in a moment. So
get a shot for that curse these days. Yeah.
Yeah, they cut him out because honestly, until later on, he's not really an important character. But I do like how they have her singing as like a reference to him.
And the fish take wing. I know.
JV swings back in.
I will not apologize.
Mother said you fought in the battle.
So, I do have a question. What is she afflicted with?
Grayscale.
Is
Grayscale.
Okay.
Well, rather dormant grayscale. The Maesters, she was young enough, and the Maesters did like an intense enough surgery. That's not the grayscale itself. That's the scarring from like they had to basically rip off a chunk of her face in order to save her life.
Because that's what crap. What's his name? Jorah gets later on, right?
Yeah.
From the
Stoneman.
How did a little girl?
Because she was young enough.
She was
caught it young enough.
They caught it early enough, and also like she probably shouldn't have survived. But again, there's like that later scene later in the show where Stannis is like, "I called on every maester I could. I spent every resource to save your life."
And then he does some. Then he does something else, but we'll get there.
Yes, because Dumb and Dumber hate him because they're a bunch of fucking dumbasses.
No, it's because he's generally a horrible human being.
No, it's because they fucking hated him.
He's a horrible human being.
Everyone in this show is a horrible human being.
Did the Onion Knight come back with you?
Different shades of evil.
He did.
Evil's still evil.
He doesn't come to visit me. He said he'd bring me back a present from the capital.
And everyone in this show is guilty of it.
Why not? He's my friend.
Sir Davos isn't.
Lesser evil.
He made this for me.
Wow.
Smuggler.
Don't tell Mother I have it. It's a secret. Mother doesn't like the Onion Knight.
Sir Davos is a traitor. He's rotting in a dungeon cell for his crime. Best forget him.
As I try to forget about you. He's a horrible dad.
He's not doing lesser, greater, middling. It's all evil. Yeah, it's good. It's a pretty good point. Evil is evil. Okay, so you don't really see anything, but we come to this scene.
We get some asses from him and her.
Oh yeah. No, I'll take it off before then.
Okay.
Not so hard. We'll scrub the skin off.
And now, this scene is where we get where Jaime has pretty much finally had enough.
Yeah.
Of being called Kingslayer, and he puts it to her in a way that said, "Oh, if your precious Renly ordered you to do this, what would you have done?"
Yeah. Like, what, 20 years of bullshit is just coming off.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, he has had it. He's had enough of it, and he
There's another pub.
as much as he makes this an attack on her as she viewed Renly as this virtuous person. It's also a degree of trust. I have never told anyone this.
Yeah, I mean, who could he tell about this?
No, nobody.
Exactly.
I mean, not even the mother of his children.
He couldn't tell the brother that, like, his brother, the one person in the world he actually gives a shit, one of two people he actually gives a shit about. He can't tell his brother because that's another guy. He can't tell the woman he loves because she's a vindictive, spiteful, arrogant bitch who will use that to belittle and emasculate him. He's been building and building and building this up for 20 years. Last year's been horrible for him. Now he's stuck in a bath with, like, a person he kind of, sort of, in a way, trusts. course it's going to come out like this. This is probably my favorite scene that we've come up to from episode 1 to this.
I was unworthy. Forgive me. You protected me better than most. I'm apologizing.
So,
I'm sick of fighting.
Take the W.
You need trust.
Right now.
I trust you.
Yeah, see, here we go. You broke your oath, Kings.
Seen it for 17 years, face after face. You all despise me. Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, man without honor.
It's Ant. It's fucking.
Oh, yeah.
He loved to watch people burn. With their skin blackened, blistered, melted off their bones. He burned lords he didn't like. He burned hands who disobeyed him. He burned anyone who was against him. Before long, half the country was against him. Arrows and treasures everywhere. So he had his pyromancer place caches of wildfire all over the city. Beneath the sapped of Baylor and the slums of Fleet Bottom, under houses, stables, taverns. He would leave the Red Keep himself. Finally, the day of reckoning came.
It's some crazy shit, man.
Marched in the camps of our victory at the Trident. But my father ran first. The whole Lannister army at his back, promising to defend the city against the rebels. I knew my father better than that. He's never been one to pick the losing side. I told him asking as much. I urged him to surrender peacefully. But the king didn't listen to me. Didn't listen to Varys, who tried to warn him. But he did listen to Grand Mace Pycelle.
Pycelle.
Great. Oh, he's just, he is.
Yeah. Here, if you guys want to discuss it real quick, I'm gonna run it.
Your Grace, the Lannisters have always been loyal to the crown. Never.
Dancing on strings.
Okay. He's, well, Pycelle is the puppet because
that's what I was trying to say. This is Tywin. Pycelle is just a big, fat, ugly marionette wearing a rag.
But he is a well-paid marionette.
Oh, a very well-paid. Anyone who works for the Lannisters is incredibly well-paid, or or both.
Which then goes against the entire Maester, the order of the Maesters. You don't serve a family. You don't serve a house. You are sent to a castle to advise whoever is the lord of that castle or stronghold.
Yeah, you're apolitical. You're Google. That is, the Maesters provide knowledge to be given to the children. They provide solutions to problems. They provide knowledge about medical.
I am saying that Google is not political. Stop it.
Well, okay, they're a search engine. They're a search engine. Jesus. They're supposed to be apolitical.
Okay, baby nuts. That's cute.
What's apolitical?
I described the
Maesters as he said the Maesters are supposed to be non-political. They're like Google.
No,
and I'm like,
I said they're non-political, and they're like Google. They're a source of information for people.
You said they are Google. After that statement, come on, Shadow.
I'll say this. Okay, they're attached to individual houses, so no, they're not going to be apolitical.
No. They're attached to the houses. They're attached to the castles.
Oh yeah, the castle. Thank you. Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, they're attached to castles. So usually, if they've been in service of said castle with said family for a long period of time, not really going to be apolitical. But as for Samuel said, though, I mean, I'm not really going to go into detail about it.
Yeah,
Google is not apolitical.
I didn't mean Google was. I meant the Maesters are a source of information and a service similar to that of a search engine, and that the Maesters, separate from that, are supposed to be apolitical.
They should be apolitical, but not necessarily.
But Grandmaster Price, you can trust the Lannisters.
Yeah, fucking Pycelle's a piece of shit.
Whose body's been bought and paid for a long time ago.
Look, true friends of the crown. So
we need to get.
Come on, that is funny, Shadow.
We need to get JV. I agree with you. We should get JV like a Maester Pycelle costume.
Fuck you.
You do it so well.
I know.
Just because I can do a voice, Jesus.
I can do voices.
So
none of them fit this.
Oh wow!
Thank you, Samael. Nice.
Well, that's what I meant to say. It just didn't come across properly.
No, just okay.
It's not a back pedal. It's not a back pedal.
Fatality.
Sometimes you got to take the L, kid. even if you don't want to. And so I just want to let everybody know we're not rushing through this episode, just for the record.
There's
a lot is said, but not a lot is done, if that makes sense. And there's a lot of nudity, so that's why we're kind of breezing through. It's really kind of hard to really super harp on this one.
Correct.
Begging him to surrender. He told me to bring him my father's head. Then he turned to his parents.
Burn them all.
He said,
burn them all.
Burn them in their homes, burn them in their beds.
He means the people.
Yeah.
He means fucking everybody. So
well,
I mean,
because as we've established, there are major caches. There are major caches of the wildfire
all over the city,
which later on we see when the one at underneath the Sept of Baelor gets ignited. However, the writers seem to have forgotten about the other ones, as when Daenerys lays waste to King's Landing, not another one goes off.
You know, and kind of the irony of that, what happens to this Sept? I mean, it's like, why did they not, after the Mad King was defeated, why did they not remove those?
They probably just forgot.
Probably.
I
but
think they did.
Well, because Cersei,
being nice to Dumb and Dumber, they removed them. Stockpiled them away. Tyrion uses most of it for his little gambit, and then Cersei has them make more and does it again. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but not a lot of the later season makes sense.
The pyromancer said he had been making it for the last 20 years and stockpiling it.
Yeah.
And he was doing, and then of course that's when Tyrion says, "You work for me now." And that's when they use it at the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
Yeah.
However, though, the rest of the caches are left there, and which is very strange.
Also, why didn't Cersei set those up? Like, okay, we give them the wall, we let them breach the wall, and then we detonate a layer of wildfire behind them as they're storming in.
Maybe she forgot. Well, she knew about the one under the Sept. So again, writing in. This is when the writers just forget their own stuff.
I would agree with that.
They wanted to go work for Star Wars.
How'd that work out?
Worked out well.
They got fired, and honestly, it's probably a good thing they got fired, because I don't think they want to be attached to Star Wars anymore.
No, they probably still.
They wanted that check. They wanted that.
I'm so glad they got fired, because House of the Dragon would be a piece of shit if they didn't.
Tell me, if your precious
Renly
commanded you to kill your own father and stand by while thousands of men, women, and children burned alive, would you have done it?
Oh, great question.
This is where a lot of everybody's attitude for him really
flipped right now.
Then the king turned to
it was this moment, right here.
Sword into his back.
Yeah, and then he's like, when the king turned to flee, that's when I drove my sword into his back, and then slit his throat for good measure,
just to make sure he didn't come back.
Yeah,
as a dragon.
Because as he fucking kept dying, he kept saying, "Burn them all, burn them all." That's some
Burn 'em all.
psycho shit.
I don't
Yeah.
think he expected
I kind of like it.
meant to.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. That's fine.
I really hope we get a moment like that in House of the Dragon. Like, a Targaryen doing that would be really freaking cool.
I have a feeling it's probably gonna get pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I hope Daemon lives.
To make sure that
I've read the book, JV. I know.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I think a lot of us know what's up.
I never found the body. They never found the body.
I will say this. I don't want them to do it like that because I'm kind of hoping it just feels like he's like, okay, I did my thing, and he's just like it's. I kind of want to be a little more dramatic than that. Where
George does steal from like King Arthur. Like a lot of the themes of his stories are very basic fantasy, but then shifted or perverted or made dark fantasy. I've seen a lot of theories that the God's Eye, the island in the middle of that lake, is an allegory for Avalon, and that Daemon lived out the rest of his days on that island.
Well, I mean, possibly. I don't know.
I hope
it's just presumed that he did not survive because, unfortunately, he
fell a long way down.
Fell a very long way. It's the way he fell is what I didn't like. So I hope they kind of tweak that and make it more dramatic, and I'll be good with it.
Well, as George said, the show is now the new canon.
It is the canon. So
because the books were written from a perspective of a third party.
Yeah,
So it is a unreliable
hodgepodge
narrator.
Yeah, it's like what, a fourth-hand source? No, it's like a fourth-hand source.
Yeah, technically I guess it would be. So there's a maester who's telling the story. There's what's his name? Mushroom, thank you. Yep, right. the jester, and then I forget the third source.
It was like a separate or something like that, and it's their documents.
Okay,
so it'd be a third-hand source because it's their documents, which you could argue are first-hand sources. It's not
a well-written book. I know that much. It's not well written. So
which was intentional.
Yeah, and
I absolutely love though how Aegon is defeated by Sesame Street at the end.
Well, I just like the fact that this is so you have two accounts of it. Is one is a maester, the one's a septon. Both are anti-Targaryen.
No, they're anti-Rhaenyra.
They're anti-Targaryen.
It's Targ on Targ. It's Targ on Targ.
They don't like magic.
Yeah, no,
that's true. Okay, there. Yeah, I agree. True. And then you got fucking Mushroom. I was actually really pissed he didn't get Mushroom.
Let's try to wrap this up in the next 25 minutes for JB.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good, dude. We don't got like.
Why did you tell Lord's like, fuck the Starks. Fuck this. That's Jamie right there. Fuck the Starks. You wasn't going to hear me.
It's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Since when does a wolf judge a lion?
Does the wolf judge the lion? On what right?
The Kingslayer!
Jamie.
My name's Jamie. My name's Jamie.
And this is, like I said, he's finally had enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Shireen.
I know, poor child. So we see
because her father is ashamed of her.
He has a whole monologue about how much he loves her later on. Yes, he does.
He loves her very much. Yes. However, he is ashamed of the fact that he cannot have boys, and he has hidden his daughter away.
And his daughter has grayscale. I mean, this is not a good look for a king.
And on top of that, you can see he has regrets. However, a future decision, super fucked up.
Fuck Dumb and Dumber for that decision.
I mean,
if that decision is valid to describe a character, then Dany slaughtering thousands of innocent people is valid to describe a character. That decision is fucking bullshit. Just like
I think people were upset about that when it fucking happened.
I never said that was a good character.
No,
Right. No,
yeah,
I
would
really
agree.
hate it when people bring that up as like, oh, this is an example of like the other stuff.
But it
fine.
is though.
It's not, because that's like
But it
going
is.
Varys is an idiot because he told someone his plan, or Dany is a genocidal lunatic because she slaughters innocent people. The bullshit writing of the later
genocidal lunatic at the end.
It should not be used because that's horrible writing.
But yet,
it is horrible writing. You're not wrong.
But
Absolute
yet,
character
there it is.
assassination.
But yet there it is.
It's character assassination.
And it is
on all fronts. So
Yeah.
it's spread across the board. So have fun with that.
Yeah, no, I
refuse.
Shadow.
So-
I don't disagree.
but-
It's bad writing and character assassination. You can't
Yeah.
get around it. It just
But
fucking cracks in the armor.
But it is consistent with the writing style of these two once they ran out of books. So
Agreed.
and it is across the board. So in the context of this show, it is valid.
Just
To
like
make-
Dany slaughtering
to make-
innocent people.
I
refuse
did
to
not.
take
I
it.
am not arguing that, Shadow. So stop.
Okay.
Yeah, we're actually agreeing with you.
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He likes to drink wine and sleep a lot.
Go back to your room. You're not supposed to be here. If your father knew.
You're a traitor.
It's part of the reason we're doing this is calling these idiots out. By the way, what's good, what's bad. Like, this is why we're doing it.
Paying the price.
I don't care. You're my friend. You must get bored down here. I brought you something to read. It's about Aegon and his dragons. Aegon used to live here. Did you know that? And the Targaryens built this castle.
So they did.
You can hide the book under your cloak. It's a good one. I'll bring you more.
Thank you, my lady. I'm sure it's a fine book. But it's wasted on me.
I have more.
She's so sweet and innocent.
Yes.
Such a cute
You can't?
She really is.
I'll come when Bert's on duty and teach you. It's easy.
No.
It'll be fun.
We can't.
Why not?
Just like,
What will they
no.
do? Lock us in cells.
Kind of, since she's been locked in a tower.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because her dad is ashamed of her.
Yeah. Love it says, I think Tyrion was the least effed over character.
No, that's
no, I don't think that's necessarily. I can't.
Sam Tarly is probably the least
yeah.
effed over.
Sam, Braun, kind of sort of Tormund.
There's not a lot of characters that didn't get fucking raked over the goddamn coals.
Yeah, I'd say Brienne. Brienne's fine. They don't really ruin Brienne too much. They ruined her connection with Jaime is probably
the dumb
which
one.
is why I say Tormund, Braun, and Pod are the least ruined because like nothing surrounding them is bad.
Good actress. There you go.
Yeah, and Sam.
Yeah, I think Sam is probably the only one who's like a super good person, like all around.
Virtuous
Pod?
person. Podrick.
Yeah, Podrick. I'd say Podrick's pretty good. Good choice too.
Tormund, kind of as well.
Tormund's just Tormund.
Word is Aegon.
Yeah, exactly.
A
He's not good. He's not evil. He's just
Together with
Tormund.
that, It sounds like egg, and the title of the whole book is An History of Aegon the Conqueror and his conquest of Westeros.
A queen!
Shadow's favorite person.
At this point, aside from her being a bad statesman, I have no issues.
You were close to the preacher, Pike.
Now, okay, so now we got Barris and Selmy and Jorah. They're having a conversation. At first, it's very friendly, and then they start measuring dicks.
Yeah, it gets a little grumpy. And they're kind of like, well, you know, this and that. Yeah, it's
It gets a little.
Waving a flaming sword of
Yeah.
It
It gets very who's serving the queen the best.
Yeah. Or who is best qualified to serve the queen.
Yeah, and one is coming from a position of I just want to do something right before I die because I've served a lot of a-holes. And then of course the other one is like, you know, I want to plop my penis in her butt. Which I don't blame him. I'd want to do it too. What? You know?
Captain Friend Zone.
Yeah. He
Hey, Lord Commander Friendzone, let's show him a little bit of respect.
Oh, I know. They're so pissed in a moment about, you know, like, oh, you're not Lord Commander here. It gets so gay.
Last moment of my life.
They both act
In the
so
other
gay
dust,
here.
King's sword on my shoulder, listening to the words, in the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave.
All I could think of was how badly I had to piss. And full plate metal for 16 hours. Never occurred to me the fighting was over.
That does not sound like fun.
First man knighted to piss on the king's
No.
goose.
No. Is my
He's a good man, great warrior.
Stupid
terrible
king. Horrible king.
I've run away my years fighting for terrible kings.
He swore an oath.
Yes, the man of honor keeps his vows, even if he's serving a drunk or a lunatic. Just once in my life before it's over. I want to know what it's like to serve with pride, to fight for someone I believe in. You believe in her?
With all my heart.
Liar. You're a liar, Jorah.
He did. He is lying. He is lying. We'll find out later. We'll find out later. Okay, yeah, hold on. We have to take a break because we have to see the subtitles for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read them off for now, just so we can.
Okay,
kind
so
of go ahead.
So just to set this up, Dany has summoned the officers of her newly found army and asked them to converse, whatever, and to choose one to lead the entire army.
Yes. Yeah. She literally starts by saying, you did not choose this life. I can actually turn the audio down and I'll read it as we go. But you are free men now, and free men make their own choices. You have selected your own leader from amongst your ranks.
Love it, yes.
And there he is.
Torgo Nudo.
Yes, I like Dany up until season 7. Yeah, that was
season 7, episode 4.
Yeah,
where kind of 5 is where the ship.
Yeah, it started going kind of left field.
So one quick thing, as he's like pulling off his helmet, the thing on the back of the helmet, like the flange, I don't know how to describe that. I'll just call it like a flange or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The reason it's designed that way is so when you're in a shield wall, you can't like block every gap. It's meant to protect like your back or the person's behind you's chest and face as like basically an extra little bit of shield for arrow fire.
Yes.
Which is why I wish they had bigger shields.
All unsullied boys are giving you names when they are cut. Grey worm, red flea, black rat. Names that remind them what they are. Vermin.
Oh, it gets worse than just that.
I know. Time.
Yeah. I was just about ready to cut it. Yeah. Oh, because it's always the end when we get clips. So we're just
So basically here, Dany is disgusted by the fact that they have these vermin names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so she says, you know what? You are no longer tied to these names. Choose your own name, a name that you could have with pride. And go and then he says, but this is the name that made me but this is the name was given to me and made me unsullied. This was the name when Daenerys Stormborn came to Astapor. Yes. This is the name when Daenerys Stormborn freed me from the masters. This is a proud name because now I am here serving a queen that I choose.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's actually if we're one detail from the books that I actually kind of prefer is they don't have the same name. I don't remember how often they change it, but every once in a while they will redraw a new name so that they don't develop an identity. So it's not just I was named Grey Worm, it's the name I happened to have on the day you freed me was Grey Worm. Okay. So this is a lucky name.
Okay.
Which I think is a lot more interesting and poetic. But I can understand why they cut that just because it's a little bit more convoluted.
Is everybody ready for the pissing contest again?
Yes.
Robert wanted it dead. She's a Targaryen, the last Targaryen. Suppose no one on the small council could speak sense to him.
I didn't sit on the small council.
No. Wasn't the Lord Commander of the King's Guard traditionally?
Traditionally, yes. I killed a dozen of Robert's friends during his rebellion. He didn't want advice on how to govern from a man who fought for the Mad King. Can't say I minded much. Always hated the politics.
I imagine I would too. I was spent jabbering about backstabbings and betrayals the world over. Still, she'll have to wade through that muck if she wants to rule the Seven Kingdoms.
She'll have good men around her to advise her. Men with experience.
Which man do you have in mind?
Well, forgive me, Sir George, for what I'm about to say. Your reputation in Westeros has suffered over the years.
For a reason. Sold men into slavery.
I don't know if your presence by her side will help our cause when we go home.
Our?
Yeah, our?
Forgive me, Sir Barristan, but I was busy defending the Khaleesi against King Robert's assassins while you were still bowing to the man.
We both squandered for rule. Am I wrong?
You only joined us a few days ago. I can't speak to your intentions.
If we are truly our loyal servants, we will do whatever needs to be done. No matter the cost, no matter our pride.
You're not Lord Commander here. You're just another exile. And I take my orders from the Queen.
Dick measuring contest.
Oh yeah, total. Which Selmy's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. So the next scene is we have Robb Stark. He is trying to figure out how the fuck the war effort goes forward because
he just lost half his men.
Yeah, just lost half his men, and it's not. Let's say the scene itself
Going
because
well.
it's not going well, and of course you have the Queen in the North, and she's being there, being very lovely and intimate, which she is. She's very lovely and hot, but a little bit of a reckoning.
Yeah, you got Krakens to the north.
Can't force them to
You
move
got
to
lions
the
and
field.
roses to the south.
And I can't attack them where they're strongest, but I can attack them where they're not.
And this will ultimately
Casterly Rock can't
His
run away.
downfall.
I'm going to take their home away from them.
which is a good idea, but
Yeah.
you don't have the forces to do it.
Well, he could do it. He would just have to abandon the Riverlands, which would leave him trapped in the Westerlands and cost him his allies.
And this is where he shoots himself in the foot. He says,
To march home.
I need men
one
to...
person in this kingdom
There you go.
with that kind of army who hasn't already sided with the Lannisters. The man whose daughter I was supposed to marry. Old Frey.
And
fuck do you think he's going to help you for?
And Rob is like, "Is this great? It's a great idea. I'm gonna have to beg for men from the guy I broke a vow to."
Oh, not just that as well.
This is gonna. What could possibly go wrong?
It's not just that. He's also losing the war. Had he done this at like the height of the war, Walder would have been a dick, but at the end of the day, there's a business transaction to be done. But because he's doing it when he's losing, that's why things are happening.
Even worse, he got San Francisco to the west and Greenwich Village to the east. It's not gonna go well. I'm gonna tell you that much. Hey,
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, it's not like I gave you the big middle finger, kind of stabbed you in the back, humiliated your family.
It's also not like I'm heavily reliant on a grand rival of my house going back hundreds of years who is
Like,
conveniently
hey,
not telling me.
I kind of need your help. And it's like, okay, guy.
I kind of need your help, even though you've been a dick to my mother's house this entire time.
He's such a splendid fighter. Do you
Oh boy!
Oh, look at them boobs!
As soon as Joffrey and I are married.
God, she's hot.
Joffrey won't
Marjorie.
let me. He's got too many reasons to keep me here.
Oh, and but then Marjorie's like, oh, "Please, girl, I got this covered. I got this covered. Don't worry."
And Loras putzes it up.
Oh,
want to
does
let
he
you go?
ever?
Because it will please me.
So then we got that, and then we got to fast forward the scene of Man Butt. So let's just move past that, because really, right after this is where the pivotal thing happens, and Tywin's like,
"What?" Oh,
you're right there.
Yeah, it's just so nasty. Look, I don't have a problem with gay people. It's just not my thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Man
you just
on
don't
man.
like looking at it.
man on man is not my style. Okay, so it's a little bit like too much.
Yeah, just like Renly is horrified at looking at a naked woman, you're horrified at looking at naked men.
And what makes it worse too is that like they do like the fucking missionary and dude just like drives home. I'm like, what are you driving home to? He's got his pants on. Fuck, it's awful. It was just too much. I know, I probably offended some. What? I got
watching you squirm is just great. I'm just saying.
I got fucking chills. Because I'm the only one.
Samuel's got a point. Samuel does have a point.
Not that kind. Not that kind.
Oh, you prefer silicon? Okay.
No, I prefer women. That's what I prefer.
You prefer chicks with dicks. Okay.
No, I don't prefer that either.
And tentacles.
Tentacles.
Oh, man, it's just like I was the only one who
tentacles.
Could see
tentacles.
No,
tentacles.
You really okay?
Slide it in.
So awful.
Just spit it up there first. Lube it up nicely. Shut up, Shadow. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
We were having fun together, and you had to do that, JV.
Look, take it where you can get it, dude, because you're not going to get it much more.
Too many jokes.
I know, right?
Now it doesn't.
Hold on. Where is it? Where is it?
I am not gay. Once we it, then we want something else. Your hair. It's different.
Is it?
All right, creep.
Lady Marjorie wears it that way.
Many ladies wear it.
I have good news.
That is my favorite quote from like whenever he says that. That's just the
so now. Okay, so now. Okay, so what's happening here is Loras got a little cock drunk, ran his mouth, didn't know who he was really talking to.
Mm-hmm.
He's a spy for Littlefinger, and now Littlefinger is just going to Sansa to pretty much confirm the rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And of course, Sansa.
Don't you?
Of course, more than anything.
Is a bad liar.
But maybe it would be better to wait.
Oh,
I've been thinking
damn
how
it.
dangerous it would be. Not just for me, but for you. I feel terrible if anything happened to you.
I can't tell you how touched I am.
Uh-huh.
From the welfare.
I'm taking advantage that you are a terrible liar. I am.
Child.
I do, Lord Baelish.
Peter, if you wish to stay, then of course we'll stay.
Oh.
Hey, guess what I found out? Guess what I found out?
Give me another castle, Cersei, please. Please.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
Tywin. Tell your dad. Tell your dad I want another castle.
Yeah.
Which he's going to take anyway.
I've saved the crown.
Oh, that smile that Cersei has because
oh, she thinks this. Yeah.
Oh, she thinks this is good shit, and then she realizes, Daddy doesn't love me.
Yeah, Daddy looks at you the same way that he looks at all his children.
Daddy only loves Jaime.
Stop that.
And that's still a strong word.
Your sister has learned that your new friends, the Tyrells, are plotting to marry Sansa Stark to Sir Loras.
Very well. She's a lovely girl. Missing some of Loras's favorite bits, but I'm sure they'll make do.
Your jokes are not appreciated.
It wasn't my best, but I thought.
Bring them into the royal fold, and this is how they repay me, by trying to steal the key to the north out from under me.
Sansa's the key to the north. I seem to remember she has an older brother.
The Karstarks have marched home. The young wolf has lost half his army. His days are numbered. Theon Greyjoy murdered both his brothers.
He's going time.
Sorry.
He's using a safe word.
Okay. Shut up, Shadow. So this also shows as smart as Tyrion is, Tywin is playing 5 steps ahead because Tywin knows all the shit that's been going down.
Yep. Yeah, and you'll see.
Stark, the heir to Winterfell. And I am not about to hand her over to the Tyrells.
The Tyrell army is helping us to win this war. Do you really think it's wise to refuse them?
There's nothing to refuse. This is a plot. Plots are not public knowledge. And the Tyrells won't carry this one out until after Joffrey's wedding.
We need to act first and kill this union in its crib.
And how do we do that?
We find Sansa Stark a different husband.
Tyrion's like, oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what?
Stop looking at me like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tywin's giving the exact same look. You can't be serious.
I like how he's like, I can, and I do. Like, that's such a fucking gangster move.
And I do.
Joffrey.
Yeah.
He's made this poor girl's life miserable
Gives
since
no
the day he
shits.
took her father's head. Now she's finally free of him, and you give her to me? That's cruel. Even for you.
Even for you.
Mistreating her. The girl's happiness is not my concern, nor should it be yours.
She's a child.
And there it is, right there. And there it is. And Cersei's just loving this. Like, I win. And then the second bomb drops.
Yeah, the other the other foot always falls.
There, you see? You will wed her better and put a child in her. Surely you're capable of that.
And if I refuse?
You wanted to be rewarded for your valor in battle. Sansa Stark is a finer reward than you could ever dare hope for. And it is past time you were wed.
See you, love it.
Wed.
Oh, see you, love it. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, no, it's we are actually, this is the final couple of minutes. Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
No, this is just the final couple of minutes, and then we get the next shoe drops, right?
You should be thanking the gods for this. This is more than you deserve.
Tyrion will do as he's bid.
And so will you.
You.
I'm sorry, what?
You'll marry Dolores.
I will not.
I will not.
The boy is heir to High Garden. Tyrion will secure the north. You will secure the reach.
No, I won't do it.
But you will. You're still fertile. You need to marry again and breed.
I am Queen Regent, not some brood
You're my daughter!
My daughter!
Okay.
You will do as I come up.
Doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter who you are, what station you have. When you are a Lannister under Tywin Lannister, you are an asset. That is all you are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which politically speaking, Tywin has the Westerlands, which when you get to Jaime to give it these ridiculous notions of being a member of the King's God, Jaime will have the Westerlands. Cersei will kind of sort of bind the Reach. The North and the Riverlands through Sansa will be tied to Tyrion. The Vale held on to by Littlefinger because Littlefinger still needs the Lannisters, meaning basically everywhere but Dorne and the Iron Islands will have Tywin's hand up there.
Yeah.
They're Muppets.
He's an extremely smart man.
Yeah.
And his daughter, whether she wants to fucking admit it or not, sorry, chick, you're still fucking hot and you can still bear children.
Yeah.
And you're no longer queen.
Yes, you are Queen Regent, and you will soon not be.
You won't even be the Dowager Queen.
Tyrell, and put an end to the disgusting rumors about you.
And there it is right there. And there it is right there.
You, not Jaime. You.
Mm-hmm.
My perfect golden boy, Jaime. He cannot do any wrongs.
Well, until it.
Oh no! Because by insinuating the nasty rumor about Cersei is a nasty rumor about Jaime,
right?
And that's his heir. So he does not want any more word
about that. Exactly. But my point is, he specifically said you, not you and Jaime.
Jaime's not technically there, so I mean,
Jaime's not there.
I know he's not.
Trust me, there are issues later on.
Because had Jaime been in that room, there would also be a ultimatum made now for him as well.
Yeah. And it most likely would have been like your ass is going back to Casterly Rock to do what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all
Tywin's
ever wanted.
And don't be surprised if on his way to Casterly Rock, Tywin has arranged a marriage with Dorne.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think they have anyone available down there.
Arya Sand.
I was thinking more Yara just to keep the Iron Islands chill.
The Iron Islands is not. They have the largest fleet, but the thing is, they're
minor.
They're
it's
worthless
not
on land.
It's not that their fleet is large. It's that it's a large fleet in an area where they don't have a large fleet. Like if you get the fleet they've got based out of King's Landing, they can decimate the Iron Islands, but they can't move that there because they have to deal with the Sosi pirates.
Yeah.
So it's just they don't have assets on that side of the world. More so, yeah. But
not another word.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
My children, you disgraced the Lannister name for far too long.
And Tyrion's like, are you happy now? Yeah. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because your fucking jealousy and your paranoia, guess what? Now we're both fucked.
Yep.
I have to date a child. You have to date a gay dude. We're not getting out of this. We're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So as I said, this one didn't really need to be as long.
No.
It's mostly talk. It's not obviously we showed the most important parts on screen, but no, it was a good episode.
It was good.
It was a lot more political discussion, which
and the scene with Jamie really sells this episode.
Yeah,
that is the peak high point of this episode.
All right, Shadow. What do you got other than the homework?
Thursday night, I'll be doing Merry Madness with my co-host Kat the Hijabi Gamer. No clue on guests or topic yet. Friday, I should be back on this channel. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Friday night's Royal Rumble. And living rent free in JV's head, I guess. That's about it.
I don't care about you.
JV, what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, so in about 20 minutes, I will be over on Potato Revan. We will be discussing the fate of Star Wars. It's dead. As of right now, what I have planned, Wednesday, I will be having a video that Disney knows the Marvel sucks and has sent it out to die. Thursday, you will see me over at Roman of the Empire. We're gonna be discussing the shit show that is Hollywood. It's it's getting nutty, folks. And then Friday, I will also be talking about the cobwebbed characters in Star Wars. That being the legacy characters of Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia. They're all sent to the cobwebs, especially Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday, you can also catch me with this guy, maybe not this guy, on Friday night's Royal Rumble. And so yeah, and I will let this guy plug his new show as well.
Yes, so on starting on Sundays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, myself, Samuel the Infamous, and Horny Alf will be doing Picard Season 3 reviews. We will be doing episode 2 this coming Sunday. But yes, Friday night's Royal Rumble, Sunday Picard, and then Monday Game of Thrones. And without any further ado, the man, go.
Toodles.